After raising a few batches of chickens, I began to have a lot of experience in raising chickens. Many people advise economic development by raising backyard chickens because it is very suitable for the area where I live. Normally, after raising chickens in cages, after about 3 to 4 months, the chickens can be released and sold for about 70,000 VND per kilogram. As for the model of raising free-range chickens, although the raising time is longer, lasting from 1 to 3 months, the retail price is higher, about 100,000 VND per kilogram, and is very easy to sell. Raising chickens according to the free-range model, with spacious barns and gardens, will help chickens increase their resistance and increase the quality of meat when sold. On this occasion, my chickens also laid many eggs, so I decided to incubate them all to experiment with this new model. Please join me in following this journey to see if I succeed or not. I hatched 2 small coops of chicks, each holding about 60-70 chicks. The chicken incubation coop was made quite simply. I took advantage of the old pig barn, divided it in half, covered it with a tarpaulin, and installed additional lights to keep warm day and night. The chicken breed I choose is mainly sugarcane chicken, a prominent chicken breed in Vietnam. This chicken breed has a special appearance and delicious meat, loved by many people. Cane chickens have short bodies, large thighs, deep eyes, red combs, shiny feathers, and golden legs. The rooster has purple-red feathers, while the hen has feathers that tend to be gray-brown or yellow. At birth, chicks weigh about 32 grams. When they reach 4 months old, the average rooster weighs about 2.32 kg, and the hen weighs about 2.9 kg. When mature, hens usually weigh about 3 to 3.5 kg, and roosters can weigh up to 5 kg chicken. Cane chickens start laying eggs at 7 to 8 months of age, quite late compared to other types of chickens, but the number of eggs per year can be up to 200, and the egg mass is also quite large, about 50-55 grams per egg. Cane chicken is sought after by many people, mainly due to its extremely delicious meat quality. Cane chicken has crispy skin, little fat under the skin, chewy, firm, and sweet meat. Therefore, this breed of chicken is raised mainly for meat where I live. Have you ever enjoyed any dishes from this chicken breed? Please comment and let me know below. The time when broiler chicken is consumed the most is during Tet holidays or wedding season. Therefore, it is necessary to calculate the time of release at these times. The first batch hatches around December and is sold in March, right in time for the festival season. The second batch hatches in March and is sold around June-July, the wedding months. The third generation hatches around July-August and is sold during the Lunar New Year. The main food for chickens includes corn bran, rice bran, potatoes, and dried cassava. Occasionally, I add leaves available in my garden, such as cassava leaves, water hyacinth leaves, sweet potatoes, or chopped banana stems to feed directly. When the chickens are young, I add nutrients such as oil cake, fish meal, vitamin powder, bone meal, and minerals mixed into the food. In drinking water, it is necessary to add antibiotics, B-complex, and glucose according to the instructions. 1 to 3-day-old chickens. I spread food on paper in the brooder for the chickens to eat. When the chickens are 4 to 14 days old, feed the chickens with a chick feeder. Over 15 days, feed the chickens on a hanging trough. Sometime later, when the chickens are a little older, they need a larger coop. Healthy and quality chickens will be transferred to new coops, lined with dry rice husks underneath, to ensure hygiene and maintain appropriate temperature. I went to the back of the garden, chose an old bamboo bush, cut it into pieces about 3 to 4 meters long, brought it back, hammered bamboo poles, and proceeded to make a simple bamboo house into a chicken coop. Because we don't have much money to invest in barns, this generation, my family will take advantage of all resources to save costs. The cage frame is made of simple bamboo, covered with a layer of palm leaves to ensure coolness in the summer and shade the chickens from the sun and wind. Then, cover the surface of the palm leaves with tarpaulin to prevent rain from leaking, and fence around the cage with net or tarpaulin. I placed this chicken coop in the middle of the garden, about 30 square meters wide. I chose a cool and high place to build a chicken coop. Ideally, you should choose the southeast or east direction to avoid the hot afternoon sun and be able to catch sunlight in the morning. The bottom of the cage is also lined with a bamboo mat, about 5 to 10 cm higher than the ground, to ensure dryness, coolness, and easy cleaning. Raising coops help chickens avoid changes in weather and limit exposure to pathogens such as disease-causing germs and parasites. Families can easily collect waste as fertilizer and avoid environmental pollution, contributing to improving livestock productivity. With this model, I hope to achieve success and sustainable economic development from backyard chicken farming. Equally important is enclosing the garden to create space for chickens to live. This step is the most costly step for my family right now. I had to install concrete piles and buy more steel mesh to fence around to create an area to raise chickens. The grazing area should have plenty of shade. In addition, green grass should be added to the chicken coop as food for the chickens. If possible, invest in drinking troughs and chicken feeders. The grazing area needs to be large enough for chickens to easily move and find food. Usually, the minimum area needed is from 0.5 to 1 million bird. If you own a large area of land, you can arrange 2 grazing areas with barns in a central location. The grazing area also needs to meet the requirements of being easy to drain, flat, free of foreign objects, garbage, and stagnant water, and must be cleaned periodically. At the grazing location, it is necessary to use bamboo fences to ensure that chickens do not stray and wild animals cannot enter. After completing the co-op, I asked my husband and children to move the chickens out. It has to be divided into small batches, so it takes a lot of time. The model of raising free-range chickens is currently being applied by many farming households where I live because it brings quick results, is easy to raise, and requires little investment capital. However, some farming households have not achieved high profits because the cost of chicken feed is still quite high. Risk and disease control is not good. There is no stable output, and the influence of weather and climate. Erratic aftermath. Looking at my flock of healthy chickens, each with shiny feathers and no diseases, I feel quite reassured. If this batch is of good quality and has a stable place to buy, I will invest more in cages and breeds, as well as learn more techniques for raising free-range chickens. If you have any experience, please let me know in the comments below. After about 5 months of raising, the chickens begin to be sold. Today, I decided to bring a few healthy roosters to the market to see what the price was like. Before that, I wove in a small bamboo basket, which can hold 4 to 5 adult chickens. Chickens are carefully selected by me, about 3 to 4 chicken. Dark red feathers interspersed with black feathers on the tail, thighs, breast, and 2 rows of blue wing feathers of the best quality. Early in the morning, around 5:30, I started from home to transport chickens to the market to sell. I was very nervous, not knowing if I could sell it at a good price or not. From my house to the market, it takes about 20 minutes by motorbike. As soon as I arrived and chose a suitable seat, someone came to ask to buy it, which made me very happy and felt really lucky. However, they bid quite low. It took a while of bargaining before the two sides agreed on the selling price. Because it was my first time selling chickens, I had to borrow scales from a few nearby vendors. Today, I left early. There weren't many places that sold chicken, so I soon sold all the chicken I brought from home. I also met a few small businesses who gave me contact information and made an appointment to come to my house to pick up the chickens. It was still early when I got home, so I took the opportunity to make some chicken nests for the hens to lay eggs. The nest is made of simple circular bamboo, lined with sacks and dry straw at the bottom, placed right behind the barn. If you want chickens to lay a lot of eggs, you must prepare enough nests so that the chickens do not have to fight over each other and avoid breaking and losing eggs. Chickens lay on the ground or lay haphazardly. Distribute the nests evenly, preferably in the middle of the coop, so that the hens can move from the coop to the nest more easily. The nest should be arranged low, 30-40 cm from the floor of the cage. Do not place the nest next to a corrugated iron or fibro-cement roof to prevent the laying hens from overheating when exposed to high temperatures. The nest must be lined with dry straw and always kept clean and dry to ensure the eggs are not damaged when laid. The door to the nest should be placed in the shaded direction to attract more hens to lay eggs, and to limit the possibility of hens laying eggs on the floor or in the coop, which can easily break. Hens lay eggs quite late, about 7 to 8 months old, so the first batch will mainly sell roosters for meat, only keeping a few for breeding. Mia chickens have an average egg production of 180 eggs, hen, year, and the rate of eggs with embryos and hatching reaches 70–75%. They have good health and are suitable for free-range farming conditions, but their reproductive age is a bit late. In your opinion, should I mainly raise roosters for meat in the next generation because the care time is too long? The evening before the appointment to sell the chickens, my husband and I went to the coop together to catch them. All the chickens sold this time are roosters. At night, catching chickens becomes much easier than during the day because chickens often sleep in coops or trees, move less, and react less quickly. We gently caught each fish one by one and put them in bamboo baskets, ready for someone to come pick them up the next morning. This time, we caught about 30 roosters to sell. Because this is the first batch of chickens, the trader is very careful, examines each chicken one by one, and shows me how to choose the best chicken. Some of them are not yet of the quality he wants, so they will be left and wait for the next batch. The chicken price today is 60,000 VND. Although not very high, it is still a valuable first source of income. The amount of money from selling chickens this time is not enough to offset the cost of investing in building a co-op, but I am happy to have had some results, creating motivation for the next times of raising chickens. After selling all the roosters, I turned my attention to the hens to see if the breeding efficiency was good or not. To ensure chickens are healthy and grow quickly, the coop and free-range garden must always be dry and clean, avoiding stagnant water in the free-range garden. A clean living environment will help reduce the risk of disease for chickens, while creating the best conditions for chickens grow. Besides, it is necessary to provide chickens with good food sources, clean water, and ensure hygiene. If chickens are found to have signs of illness, they should be given medicine quickly to avoid the spread and outbreak of disease in the flock. For hens, choosing standard birds is very important. Qualified hens must have beautiful appearance, bright red, and soft combs. Their fur must be smooth, brightly colored, and their bodies must be agile and moderately fat. A large belly and a slightly saggy bottom are signs of enlarged ovaries and poor egg laying, helping to ensure high egg-laying productivity. The hen's anus must be wide, and the anal mucosa should be pink. The eyes are bright ovals, the pupils are narrow but bright. The legs are small. The beak is short, straight, not curved downward. In particular, qualified hens must walk nimbly and be active. I really hope that with careful care, my hens will grow well and lay many eggs. Every day, I spend time observing and taking care of each chicken to ensure they are always in the best condition. The chicken coop is cleaned regularly, and food and water are replenished. I also learned more about disease prevention measures for chickens, from vaccination to using supplements when needed. In addition to medical care, I also focus on creating a comfortable living environment for the chickens. The chicken garden is arranged with many trees to create shade, helping the chickens have a cool space, avoiding heat in the summer. I also built a solid fence system to prevent wild animals from entering and protect the safety of the chickens. Every morning, I spend time checking the health status of each chicken, observing any unusual signs to take timely measures. I also learned more from experienced chicken farmers in the area, participating in livestock training sessions to improve my knowledge and skills. As for nutrition, I always make sure to provide enough nutritious food for the chickens. Chicken food includes corn bran and bran rice, potatoes, dried cassava, and leaves available in the garden, such as cassava leaves, water hyacinth leaves, sweet potatoes, or chopped banana stems. When the chickens are young, I add nutrients such as oil cake, fish meal, vitamin powder, bone meal, and minerals to the feed. In the drinking water, I add antibiotics, B complex, and glucose, according to the instructions to improve the chicken's health. Chickens from 1 to 3 days old will be fed by spreading food on paper lining in the brooder. When the chicks are 4 to 14 days old, they will be fed using a chick feeder. When the chickens are over 15 days old, I start using a hanging trough to feed the chickens. Sometime later, when the chickens are a bit older, they will need a larger coop. Healthy, quality chickens will be transferred to new coops, lined with dry rice husks underneath, to ensure hygiene and maintain appropriate temperature. After the chickens have grown up, I will go to the back of the garden and choose an old bamboo bush, cut it into pieces about 3 or 4 meters long, bring it back, drive in bamboo stakes, and proceed to make a simple bamboo house into a chicken coop. Because we don't have much money to invest in barns, this time my family will take advantage of all resources to save costs. The cage frame is made of simple bamboo, covered with a layer of palm leaves to ensure coolness in the summer and shade the chickens from the sun and wind. After that, I cover the surface of the palm leaves with a tarpaulin to prevent rain from leaking and fence around the cage with net or tarpaulin. This chicken coop is located in the middle of the garden, about 30 meters wide. I chose a place with a cool and dry location to build a chicken coop. It's best to choose the southeast or east direction to avoid the hot afternoon sun and catch the morning sunlight. In addition, a complete and balanced diet is needed to maintain the body and produce eggs every day. Please join me in following the journey of taking care of laying hens in the next videos. I would like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all of you who took the time to watch this video. Your support is a great motivation for me to continue sharing useful knowledge and experiences in animal husbandry. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any of our latest videos. If you found this video helpful, please share it with your friends and family. Also, we highly appreciate your feedback. Please leave your thoughts or questions in the comments section below so we can discuss and share experiences together. Thank you very much.